This is Moonshine and Music with Joe Shelton. Wait a minute, that's me. Anyway, we're going to bring you some inspiring songwriters, musicians, and maybe some side challenges and other stuff around the music industry. So stick with us right now, because the show is coming your way. Woo! Moonshine and Music starts right now. All right, everybody, welcome to Moonshine and Music with Among the Compromised. Today, we have a couple of them here, and more of them are going to join us later in the interview as they're still dragging in equipment from the outdoors, from the great outdoors, the great white north here, as it's been lately.
Castleton.
Yeah, and you know this thing's there's not gonna be any snow. Hopefully, when this thing airs at the end of April.
Like you think? I don't know.
But I don't know. I'm hoping.
I won't put money on that.
You know?
I will not put money on that. No.
If I did that at home, my dogs would go crazy. They just run to the door and bark, you know. So anyway, Among the Compromised is, who are you guys? Like individually.
Well, I'm Alita Jewell. I'm the lead singer and songwriter. This is...
I'm AJ Noblet. I am the guitarist and founder of the band.
Yes, and he's also owner of Electric Roy Studios, which is where we recorded our album. Amazing. And yes, people would think that just because you know somebody you would do that, because it's easy on the pocket. You don't sacrifice your sophomore album for anything less than spectacular, and he did an excellent job on this album.
I recorded parts of two of my songs on my album.
That's right, you did.
That's right, he did.
Yeah. That's right.
So, the Upcomer, not my previous one.
No, I don't know about Upcomer.
The weirdest thing about my newest one is it's like all kinds of different studios that like things have happened in. Like, because people had to meet here or there, so it's really strange. And but it was really fun recording out there at Electric Roy. I love the setup too. Like, it's the control room being like 50 yards and in another building.
Yeah, it's interesting. But you know what? What I liked about it recording is that for me, it just allowed me to like separate myself from everything else and get into what I needed to get into. Yeah, and that's kind of what I liked about it, because there was nobody on the other side of that glass. You know
looking
what I mean?
At you at all, yeah.
Right, and judging where I'm going, and even as an artist, I feel like sometimes a producer or engineer is still judging where you're going. So it was nice to have that kind of exclusivity where it was just me.
Well, in truth, when Jared is your drummer, and he also plays drums for me.
Absolutely.
But when he was recording the drums, we were looking at him on camera. Let's not pretend.
No, we can see that. Yeah, we can totally see if you're on the other side. Yeah.
I was definitely judging.
Oh yeah. No, I turned off the TV. When I was up there, I had to turn off the monitor, shut down the lights and everything, and it was just
judging, all kinds of making fun of. What all did we? I mean,
touching each other's.
This probably happens every time you're recording drums, right? Whenever he's up.
Everyone fucks up, and you got to make fun a little bit.
It's always a good time at Electric Roy, I'll tell you that much.
What are the other guys' names? So we got Jared Wooten and
we got Jay Patton, Sneaky Pete. He's on our bass.
Oh, yeah.
Sneaky Pete is sneaky though, because like either you see him in pictures or you don't see him in pictures.
It looks like they're gonna squeeze in.
Yeah,
so
come on in.
Watch your beer back there. We don't want you to lose it. Yeah, we can put it on the table.
Thank you.
Books and Brews likes the advertising.
Books and Brews, let's do this.
Yeah.
Some of the best brew.
Yeah. Books and Brews is our location, and they help us out with the show, so it's really good.
Yep. Yeah. I love this place.
I love Brent.
Yeah.
Brent, he's my...
Love you, Brent.
He's your spirit animal?
He's my tattoo artist.
And I wish he was mine, but I might be allergic.
Hey, you're advertising.
Yeah, he's all Brent Schemmler, by the way. All his good work. Yeah, I'm going to just lift you up here. That's right. Look at that. Okay.
Oh, awesome.
Brent did all the muscles and everything?
Yeah.
All the muscles. Yeah. They're all drawn in.
He does all the working out.
This is not AJ. He's a rinky-dink, slanky, wanky mug.
The tattoos do it all.
It's really good work.
CGI can do to you.
I need him to do some tattoos for me. If he can make me look svelte, that would be great.
Svelte.
Good word.
The word that makes you go.
I don't know, but So now that we've got you guys here, do you feel judged when AJ's looking at you through the camera while you're playing your parts in the studio?
I don't look back, frankly. I'm busy like doing my thing. You know, I get into it. Like, no, AJ and I, we have a good relationship when we're working. Like, he's the first one to be like, "Hey, what'd you think of that one?" And I'm like, "Let's do another." I didn't like that at all. Like, that's basically how it goes, right?
If you say, I don't know, I kind of like it, and AJ will be like, "Well, let's do another."
Maybe one more.
Maybe one more.
It's good to know that I'm not the only one that abuses Jared in that way.
He deserves it.
He was recording it.
If only I were any good at what I did.
And I go,
Not at all.
I just like I automatically restart the track. That's what he really knows. Like,
Yeah,
not even-
when he highlights it and hits delete, I'm like, well, it doesn't matter what my opinion is. We're doing
At this
another
point,
one.
we're doing a different one.
That one didn't, work.
That will not work. No.
If you highlight it and hit delete, you're definitely making a decision. Am I right?
Oh, absolutely.
We're not
Doing
bringing that
another
take
one.
back. That was not coming back.
And we're done here. Let's we're going on to another tape.
And we're going to need another take because I just deleted it. Right.
Yeah, accidentally, by the way.
So, how'd you guys like start up? I know you said you were the founder, or
That's
how,
right.
how did this get together? This
Jared,
motley crew here.
You want to tell us this time?
Well, so sure, okay. So I was doing a project with a band called Modern Motion, which is a great band, by the way.
Yeah, great band. Modern Motion.
And I had some time because Modern Motion was meeting maybe one time a week, and I got a contact from AJ, who actually the reason we know each other is because he graduated with my little brother, who's not much younger than me, and he said, "Hey, you want to jam?" And I was like, "I do. I'm glad you said something." So we began doing that, and we had a lot of fun. It was some good music we were rocking out, and then we realized we needed more than just the two of us to do that.
I believe the correct way to phrase that is,
Okay.
I realized that I cannot sing. And I said, I need a singer.
You're right. Yeah. Okay.
Fair enough.
And so he actually had previously connected with Alita, working on a separate project, and he was like, "Hey, I had
we were
this
not
singer."
working on any project.
It was a single instance of
Moments of meeting
yeah.
each other.
And AJ said to me, "Hey, I have this person I think will work out," and I said, "Whatever, man."
He did. Just
Sure.
whatever
okay.
you got. Let's do something because we
And-
need more.
And he brought her. He sent her some stuff ahead of time, and then brought her in, and like she just killed it. Like she just killed it, and she was all like, "Was that good enough?" And we're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, it was good enough."
So she was better than you?
Oh,
Yeah, a little bit, a little
Was that the bar she had to clear, or was there another bar?
Was that the bar she had to clear?
it was a very low bar, but she hurdled over it with,
She leapt over
the
it
bomb,
like Edwin Moses.
yeah,
she was
just
right
it
over
was
there.
super easy. Yep.
I
So-
personally was super excited when I got the phone call because I had not talked to him or seen him in like 6 months prior to that. I actually met him through another person that played in a band with him, and this guy was supposed to be the singer on one of his songs.
And she was supposed to be back up.
And I was
I
just
said
there
she's
to meet
better.
him. I wasn't even there to do anything. I wasn't even supposed to do anything. Nothing.
The previous band was The Red Wire, in which I was the drummer, and Chris Bano was the guitarist.
Ah, okay.
So,
Chris
This being a brother
the
of
brother, brother.
Brother of brother of brother.
Yep.
I need to get those guys to
Brother
come
of-
on the show.
of brother
Man, they're awesome.
brother
They
of
totally
brothers.
love to be here.
Brother of brothers. Yeah.
Band of brothers.
I'm not sure if I've actually met them in person or not.
They're good people.
Yeah, they're good
Yeah.
guys, real good guys. You'd like them.
And they're
I've heard
great.
them.
You can't not
Great.
like them, basically. That's what I'm saying.
I can't not like
Yeah,
them.
right. They're just such
Pretty
good
much.
guys.
Pretty much.
I
Yeah.
hate Warner.
I don't know. I kind of
No, I
He's
don't.
got a
I'm
little
sorry.
thing with me, you know. He's got that infinity. I like. I want that freaking infinity. I might have to fight
That's
him
a
for
measure
it. I
of a
might have to
person,
trade his
frankly.
white boots in for something for that.
Well, so we at that point, so we brought this lady in, and she was killing it, and we were like, well, we just need to round it out and get going. So we brought in the guitarist of Modern Motion, Vaughn, and he was with us for about a year or so, and then we brought in a different talent when Vaughn moved on, and then he moved out of state, and we were high and dry.
Talking about our bass
Funny.
players.
The other dude moved to Austin, and I was moving home
From Austin.
perfect.
And funny thing about-
what it really was, and no, he doesn't know this, right? This
Right.
is the secret. He was
It
traded.
was a trade-off.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
He was
put the
Don't
cards
tell
on
him
the
the
table
price.
and we traded.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was part
He
of the
was
draft.
traded plus with
He was
$1,000.
How high or low that number is would embarrass him, so don't
Yeah,
tell him.
but I will tell you so much. So Jay actually came to our release party, our first release party at
that was the first time I
Monkey's
saw
Tail, and he put up this post talking about how wonderful his experience was and everything. And then one of our
how you
friends
get
I put
dragged
out
in
a
as the bass
feeler
player.
saying,
Yeah,
"Hey,
you
we
fucked up.
need a new bass player." And this guy, I freaking
I
love
didn't
Jay.
even like ask. I was just, hey.
He's like,
I'm
hey.
going home. I'm gonna come jam.
I can hang out for a while. He's like, and if you know Jay, he's just like nonchalant.
No,
So I
I
was like,
mean-
yeah,
Reading
maybe
your
let's just do something.
I had to
Man, I'll just show up with my bass and make it happen.
Well,
Right? Is that the?
The thing is that I saw Midwest State of Mind, which is where our bass player is from. Midwest State of Mind, shout out. And I knew that it was a great freaking mix. I just knew that our groove was very much alike, and I'm very much a bass person, and we needed a bass player. Aside from JD King, our bass player was a guitarist that helped us out with bass. So now we had a true bass player, and he has just put the funk he put the yum in our yuck when it comes to anything that we do right now.
That word's
That's an
actually
interesting way
yum.
to put it.
Yeah.
He put the yum in our yuck. Man. He put the yum in our yuck.
You don't
and
have a
we're
revision for
very
that?
happy to have him.
No,
Except the first draft.
You know?
He's the gonzo mug. That's all I gotta
The
say.
cool thing about him is he wears his hat like I do.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, so-
absolutely. He knows
know
what's
how
up.
it goes.
That's right.
He knows
man.
what's up. But
I play no bass though. Like I had to get other people to do that.
He plays bass, and he's been a great freaking addition and accompaniment, and not anything, but even though he's been here probably shorter than all of our other people here, he's our family. Like, this is what's up. This is
He's
what's
added a
up.
whole bunch.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, we can't.
Appreciate that, guys.
Ah! Can we get a picture of this right now? I want a
Zoom
picture.
in.
Look at the camera. Look at the camera.
So, you guys just recently finished recording the record that's going to be released next.
Yes,
well,
next
we're
May
month.
3rd. Radio.
May 3rd. Radio, May
It's
3rd.
our release,
Yeah.
yeah.
First Friday.
The album is Down.
It's called Down. It's our sophomore album.
Yeah. How do you feel about
two.
it?
Scared to death, but I think that people are going to absolutely love this album. I really do. But it is hard to do a sophomore album.
Really, what makes it harder? I mean, is it that
We
you're
steered away from our
You're
first.
picky about it, or
Well,
what?
there are actual expectations the second time around. The first time you're just like, we recorded what we have, right? Second time around, people, like, there's some people who actually are like, we liked what you did the first round. And then when you become aware of that, you're like, we don't want to disappoint those people at all. But we also are we're working on a project, we're creating some art that we value. And you're afraid that the people who liked you before won't like you again. You're afraid that the audience beyond may not appreciate what you're after. That's why there's some trepidation, I think.
Exactly, but we also feel at the same time very confident that we didn't alienate or disappoint anybody who's liked us before. If anything, I think we grabbed more, and that's the balance that you have to build when it comes to doing a
It's
sophomore
just paying
album.
attention to what stuck to the wall off the first album, and
But not
feels
being
right
the
to
first
us.
album.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Like,
So,
I
did
mean,
you guys
obviously
write
they
the songs all
can't-
together, or?
I had nothing to do with
It depends
the
on what you call writing
I mean,
songs
this album.
together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say yes. On this album, we all contributed in very significant, prominent ways on every single song, whether it be the lyrics, the guitar, the drums, the bass playing. Everybody was 100% a part of this, and that is what I really love about this.
I love that modesty. So here's our principal lyricist right here. AJ contributes lyrics as well, and he's a wonderful lyricist. And then melodically speaking, between the two of them, they do most of what the top end of this is going on, and it's beautiful. From the drummer's perspective, I do a lot of writing of the drums, almost exclusively, except that, as AJ admitted, he's a drummer, so he'll say, "Hey, here's the thing, try this," and so I do, And he goes, "That's it," and I agree with him, and we all get excited about it. And then and then I play it my way, and the way the way things come out, we reason through the whole thing. We're like, it's not as if one person does something and everyone else is cool with it. We all edit each other.
We all build.
We reason through it.
Yeah.
E wrote
We talk about it.
one of my guitar parts.
We get mad at each other. It's great.
So, and she does not play guitar.
I don't play guitar, but I also
So she
feel like
just go like, nee, 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 nee,
yeah,
nee.
yeah, that's exactly what I do. I'll wake up at 3 o'clock
I've
in
been
the
known to
morning
do
and
that
do that.
before. Like when I'm playing solo and there should be a guitar solo there in the middle. I just like start going.
And tell me like, well, I don't need to play. We got
I
this.
just make up a I know a lot of people have a harmonica, but I'm terrible with harmonicas.
But I got to
so-
tell you something though. From my background, I'm a bass person, and in anything else I've ever done, I've drawn off the bass. So that's one thing I loved about Jay is that he just played bass. He just played bass. So when he ever scratched a little something, it was funny because there's been a couple of songs that started off with maybe 3 notes because of what he played, and then he wanted to he's like, I'm just noodle scooting, and it's like, no, we got a song.
Get the term right this time.
And then we got Dark Story. Like we
Do you have a song called Noodle Scootin'?
No.
No,
we do not,
and we
no.
should probably make one.
3rd album.
At some point.
Well,
That's our project album.
well, Stevie Ray did Scuttlebutton, which is
Oh yes.
Texas, same thing.
Yeah,
And I know
Noodle
that.
We're
Scootin'
in
is a
Indiana,
better
I
name.
can't believe I
and in
know
the
that.
Midwest, I just made it my own, and I call it Noodle
No
Scoop.
noodles.
Yeah, it's a little different.
But it works.
No, but it's the same thing. It's just
It's just a twist.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
It's a different position for Jay, because for
like to
Jay
just
in
jam,
Midwest
you
State
know,
of Mind,
and
he
see
was
what
the
sticks
man.
and
Like
then
he's the one who was the
let.
main guy. And so for him in this, I think it's a little bit different because we all look at our voices being equal with each other, and I think he's still trying to get a little used to the fact that we actually value what he
I
says
wouldn't say that.
outside of the fact that he's not the original
I'm just more
member.
enjoying being only concerned with playing bass. It's
Yeah,
made me
yeah.
better, and that's more
Pisses
my
me off, though, I'll tell you
more
that.
my
So-
focus.
You know the interesting thing.
I've been in a lot of bands, in Midwest that
Phoenix
change
Funk.
members time and time again, and you can't make anybody be someone else. So that is part of like growing as the band. You've brought in someone else, so you have to find a way to, I've changed them and they've changed me,
Yeah.
and that's just the natural fact of it. And I think that's why.
Well, I'm sure, especially with regard to arranging things.
Absolutely.
When you work with one person doing bass parts and then another person does a bass part, it's like totally different. Like not because of anything, just it's the same song.
It's just the chemistry is different, yeah. You just gotta-
Yeah.
He plays it a little bit different, even if it's the same notes.
Hey,
that's
I'm loving it. I think everybody else is gonna love
there's
it.
1,000 different deliveries for the same song, let alone
Yeah.
the same string of notes. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
A song isn't necessarily dependent on a musician.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
musicians will approach a song differently in every context. American Dream, which will be featured on Down.
Yeah.
Originally, the
You know
first,
what, that is a great aside. I have a song called American Dream on my
Which is
last
a
album.
lovely
Yes,
song.
you do, by the way, and it's a great song, by the way. I love it.
So I
I've heard
love
it.
that you guys had a song called
right.
American Dream.
Well,
Well, I
and
was
I
a little
performed
upset
it with you in
because-
Lafayette. That was good.
I was looking
Yeah,
because
we
your
played that,
American
yeah.
Dream is really freaking good.
is a
And I
good
was like, damn it, we already have ours, but we haven't released it yet. This is really, really good. But
Well, the
know,
original
different.
bassist was Vaughn, and then JD played it with us, and then now Jay's played it with us, and none of them played it the same way.
All the songs are different.
that was actually something I came up with at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I recorded in my phone. And so you have to understand something. These guys are instrumentalists. I'm not. So for me to try to sing what
hilarious.
I want to them,
Super funny.
it's funny.
I want
It's
like the
funny.
outtakes of that. Do you guys
But
have that
it
recorded?
works.
So you got to stick that on Instagram or
it's
something.
We just
pretty-
need to know how much people will pay for that. That's really
They'll be like,
No dollars.
that
Excellent.
could be
And
good
like just-
Patreon fodder, right?
That's right.
it's pretty
For
funny.
the
but
real fans.
the one thing I like about American Dream is that it encompasses so many different genres of music in one song, and that's what American Dream is all about. That's a melting pot.
I like
and this
that.
song encompasses so much. So if you follow the song, you're going to get so many different people that like it just because there's so many different elements of it, and we were able to put it together. It's an American pie. Apple pie, baby.
Yeah, just to put a cherry on top there. Like that song is probably the closest I get to like Latin drums, and also it's the closest I get to like heavy metal.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah,
same
all
song.
in one song. Yeah.
And then we have our guest saxophonist
Mark Ortwine.
Mark Ortwine.
Amazing.
Mark O. Killing
that's
it on
cool.
that one.
Yeah.
When you bring in like a sax guy or something like to a band where you're like, you guys are a unit, does it mess with you in any way? Like, does it make you go, hey, maybe we need him on another song, or does it like change your?
I mean, you always.
We would love them on many songs, but we honestly appreciate the fact that we even have their attention. We have your attention, and then for you to give us any moment of your time, we're truly appreciative, because you actually said that, okay, I really like what you're doing here, and I want to be a part of
Guys
it.
like Mark are just consummate fucking bad dude, really. They come in.
He loves
He's an amazing facilitator, because he's done so much different things. I think he can just come in and look at it. You tell him how you think he fits into what we have, and he's just like, boom, got his own vision. And
But the thing about Mark is that fact that he wants to do it.
Yeah.
He has no problem. If he likes you, he wants to be a part of what you're trying to do. And you don't see that all the time, because there's always some sort of compensation or something else that they want. And Mark's just like, I'm having fun, and you guys make me have fun. So yeah, I'm here. Let's do this. Mark Ortwine, Marky O, you're amazing. That's all I gotta say.
Well, on that note, we've got to bring in our cohort, Brentley Smith, for Moonshine Trivia.
Oh, all right.
Oh, we gotta do trivia?
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yes.
What
you
is
guys
this?
got
I
a
did
bell?
not know
This
this
is
was
you
part of it.
guys, because I'm terrible at this.
Right?
I don't.
Unless I'm really good tonight.
This trivia,
Wait, we have a bell?
this is Moonshine Trivia,
right.
and you guys have to play against the world's greatest trivia player, and see if you can defeat him.
Jay?
He's not exaggerating.
He's talking about you.
He's not exaggerating.
No. Oh shoot. Here we go.
So, how many wins do you have now?
All of them.
All of them.
All of the wins,
All of them.
All
Right.
the wins.
which is more than none of
We
the
were
wins.
listen. We were trying to be humble. Now we're going to be totally
Now we're gonna have
ashamed.
to be very, teeth are out. Here we go.
Well, we have totally unique trivia here at Moonshine and Music. So,
Okay.
Does he already know the answers to these things? That's the question.
Okay.
Oh, yes, but because I'm that good, but there's no.
Not because he knew the questions beforehand,
because-
because he knows
He
the
just
he
knows
doesn't
the
know what
answers.
questions I'm going to ask.
Understand.
Okay,
I do know the
that's fair. I'm a little worried about that. I don't know. I feel like
finger
it's
on the thing. He's fucking ready to go.
right. He's like,
Well, I don't know who has the answers.
well,
It's
just
me.
hit it. Anyway.
I'll
Just
yell
hit
at
it
you and then you
anyway.
die.
Yeah.
Who cares if we have the answer or not? Just hit it.
What would you tell your younger self?
Pterodactyl.
Correct. Next.
What? What?
Yep, that's
All right,
a
here we go.
solid answer.
Get it.
Okay.
Get it.
Pick an age, any age.
33.
14 is the answer.
Correct.
Yep, knew it.
If you had to get a face tattoo, what?
Organ donation.
That's not a face tattoo.
That doesn't matter. I
That's
think that
not even.
it's
a
the
face
right
tattoo.
answer.
That's not.
Correct.
Shh. Just the questions are.
Not a face tattoo. Is all I'm saying, dude. All I'm saying.
Rita, I don't think you understand what's
I
happening.
do get it. I do understand what's going on here. Still protesting.
If you have to stay in a hotel.
No, the answer is $3 looking at a piece of loaf of bread.
$5 holler.
Correct.
I knew it.
One minute, damn it. No, get your hand.
No,
Would you rather be?
I don't know the answer. to
Would
this
you
one.
rather be poked in the eye with a sharp stick or jabbed in the gut with a clap hammer?
Timbuktu.
Correct.
Yep, that makes sense. These are all valid answers. I mean, this is good. It's good stuff.
Do you have any questions for me? We're out of time.
We all put our freaking hands on.
Next time. Next time.
And
Next
our still
time.
reigning champion, Brentley Smith.
Where did you find that guy? He's so good.
Excellent, man. That's
I'm very jealous right
so
now.
solid. Such a
Yeah, that's what we do
trivia
here on
master.
Moonshine
Makes
Trivia.
sense. That makes sense.
It's as if you just
No,
drank some moonshine
Well,
and you're doing trivia.
I really do feel like I just drank some moonshine.
Well, I feel like I was
About-
I could bring that to you.
I feel
14
like I
minutes
learned
ago.
a lot. Okay, I learned a lot.
Literally.
Right when it sets in, you know.
Yeah, the hard kick.
That's right. When you,
like
go to,
when it really
when you go to
burns
stand
you.
up and immediately sit down because then you realize you made a mistake. Oh,
What is drunk?
oh.
Good.
All right.
Nice. So what songs are you guys going to do for us today?
We're gonna do two of our songs.
One goes in Moonshine Moments, one on the episode.
Cool.
There we go, and they're both off our new album. So hopefully
They
people
are?
like it.
What are they called? What do you got?
Run and Dark Story.
Run and Dark Story. Sweet.
There are 2 ballads.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, we got a few more ballads than our
love
first one.
ballads.
That's pretty cool.
Not really.
Not really?
No.
No, it's
No.
about the same.
It's pretty much just the 2 ballads on
Yeah.
the album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
All right,
I feel
well,
ready for
apparently I
ballads.
felt a little bit more emotional.
Let's do
about
this.
All right, we'll be right back with Among the Compromise right here on Moonshine and Music.
Guys, we are Among the Compromise. I hope you guys enjoy what we have tonight. We got a couple of songs for you. Thank you, Books and Brews, Brent Semler, and Joe. Moonshine and Music, y'all. I know I've been doing a little much. I know I can be a little kind of crazy. I see you walk around with your hands thrown up like you're so fed up. Well, why would you put so much work into what you know won't work? So if you gotta go, then go. I won't try to stop you. Oh, baby, run, run, baby, run, just as fast as you can. 'Cause if you give me a minute, I'm gonna take the rest of your life. Oh, baby, run, run, baby, run, run, just as fast as you can. You've always been the one that I've got, but with you I know it's just a little toxic. So where do we go when we know that we can't go on and you can't let go? Well, why would you put so much work into what you know won't work? So if you gotta go, then go. I won't try to stop you. Oh, baby, run, run, baby, run, just as fast as you can. 'Cause if you give me a minute, I'm gonna take the rest of your life. Oh, baby, run, run, baby, run, just as fast as you can. Oh, run away, run away, run away. Just as fast as you can. Run away, run away, run away. Just as fast as you can.
That's one of the ones coming up on the sophomore album of Among the Compromise. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to give you one more. Thank you to Moonshine of Music, Brent Schemler and Books and Brews. Appreciate you guys. Come on, baby.
Trying to figure out how to get her thoughts out. Her eyes are wide and she sees this world at night, and she just fell in love. Gotta figure out how to get something, and she got ways of making something out of nothing. She sees the power and the glamour of the stage and hears it say, come and dance with me. Stay searching to get some, looking for right in all the wrong places, looking for something to keep him company, and he don't care. It ain't about the sex, you see. He sees her and he wants to know her story. I know you got problems, let me help you solve them. So, like a siren to a call, he takes his place as the king and says, come and dance with me. Yeah. Wasn't long before they started talking, and you could see that his life was all about hers. She looks and sees an opportunity, and so she takes it to the extreme. They get together, but you know how that story goes. When good meets bad turns bad, it's just bad. He gives her what she needs while he helps her forget the pain. Come and dance with me. Let the flame, let the flame, let the flame burn out. Such a shame when it all comes down. And you could tell that she knew what she was doing when she could make him smile like that with that brain. And all the while she pulls the track back up into the vein to numb the pain. Come and dance. Such a shame when it all comes down. Hey, you could tell that she knew what she was doing when she could make him smile like that with that brain. And all the while she pulls the track back up into her vein to numb the pain. Come and dance.
Compromise, guys. Hope you guys enjoy that.
Moonshine and Music is a presentation of Notlehs Entertainment. Copyright 2019, all rights reserved. Our producer is Joe Shelton. Our cameraman, grip, and stunt double is Brent Lee Smith. On cameras and all sorts of other stuff, Bailey Shelton. And our staff guru is Brent Schlemmer. Join us each Sunday for more episodes of Moonshine and Music.